Hi guys, myself Ankit. In this video we shall see another problem on LeetCode. Check if array is sorted and rotated. So you are given an array nums and return true if was originally sorted in non-decreasing order. That means and then rotated some number of positions. Non-decreasing order means increasing order. If the array is in increasing order originally and you can return true and then rotated some number of positions. So otherwise return false. So what do they mean by that? You could say here 3, 4, 5. This is our increasing order. But 1 and 2, if you see, even that is in increasing order. But 5 to 1, it's in decreasing order. The original array was like 1, 2, then 3, 4, 5. It is something like rotated. So you have original arrays 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you have rotated it by three positions. 5 will move to the beginning, then 4 will move to the beginning, then 3 will move to the beginning. So that array will become 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. So you have to check whether the array was originally sorted or not. So how do you check that? If they are given an array uh, 3, 4, then 1, okay, 3, 4, 5 it was 1 and 2. So one option, if the given question is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 only, then this is already in sorted order and it's not been rotated. So first it's better to check whether the array is already sorted or not. So we will have a variable called is increasing boolean value and we will set it to true. And go on checking. We'll start from here whether this element is greater than this. Yes, it is. Then check here 3 is greater than 2, 4 is greater than 3, 5 is greater than 4. So this is increasing will be true always. So if of after all iterations, if the is increasing boolean value is true still, then you return true directly as the answer because array is already sorted. But in this case, if you see, we start from here. 4 is greater than 3, fine. 5 is also greater than 3. But when it comes to 1, this is not greater than 5. So in this case, is increasing is set to false. And you break from the loop. Got it? So in this case, is increasing set to false and you break from the loop. And this point is nothing but the pivot. What do you mean by pivot? Pivot is the point at which the rotation is happening actually. The um, Here you can see the elements are increasing and suddenly it's getting decreased and then again increasing. So this is the point at which the rotation is happening. So this is called as a pivot. So we will have a pointer pivot and that's pointing to I now. So and is increasing set to false and you break from the loop. So okay, now this is done, right? Once you break from the loop, is increasing is false. So in this case, we are no array is not certain, but it's rotated actually. So how do you check whether it's rotated or not? So what we have to do is in this array 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, we need array from this to this. We have to rotate it. So let's do the rotation, right? So if we do the rotation of the array, this 2 should move to so this is at, I'll just mark the position 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and here it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this pivot is pointing at position 0, 1, 2, 3, 3. So pivot is pointing at the position 3. That means this 1 should be at position 0 and it's ahead by position 3. And for 2 it should be at position 1 but it's ahead by position 3 from here. For 1 it is from here. But for 3 it should be positioned 0, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. It should be here. But it's behind the position by 3. So it should be reverse. And for 4 also 5 also same thing. But how do we get these positions 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 from this? So if you observe this is at 0 plus the pivot is 3. If you do modulus with the length of the array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean the rotation will have it or it will give you 3. So one major thing, it's not 3 actually. The mistake which I did is, so you have the position, pivot position, you have got it as 3. But the position which we need to rotate is 2 actually. So how do you get this 2? Extra 2. We have to rotate it to beginning. So these 2 are the extra 2 rotation which we need to do. So how do you get the rotation? So rotation is nothing but the total length of the array 5 minus pivot. So 5 minus 3 will be 2. So this is the number which we need to rotate. So 0 plus 2 if you do. 0 plus 2 modulus 5 will give you 2. So for 3, 2 is the position. Next again coming to so again coming to 1 plus 2 modulus 5. So 3 modulus 5 will give you 3. Again 4 plus 1 2 plus 2 will be 4. 4 modulus 5 will be 4. So next if you go 3 plus 2, then 4 plus 2. So for all the elements I'm doing modulus 5. So 3 plus 2 5 modulus 5 will be 0, and here it will be 4 plus 2 6 modulus 5 will be 1. So you can see for 1 it is at 0th position, and 2 it's 1 position, and 2 3 4. For 3 4 5 it's a position which you are correctly matching. So we are converting it from 0th position to the 2th position. Yeah, it is. Then here from 1 position to the 3. So 1 to 3. Then 2 to 4. 2 to 4. Here it is 3 to 0. Yeah, 3 to 0 and 4 to 1. 4 to 1. So how do you arrange this position in this array? You can't change it directly. Once you get the 2 index and you are changing it, if you change the number at 2 index, then you will lose that element. So what to do is you create a new array of size n, and for that size at each index add the elements. Go on adding the elements. So I'll repeat the steps again. So first we will have the array, and we will have is increasing equal to true, and go on checking whether the elements are in increasing order or not. If any point it gets wrong, here in this case point it gets wrong, you just stop and make e increasing equal false, and pivot will be at this position. So once you get the pivot, you have to see how many still have to be rotated. That is the elements after right after the pivot and from the pivot. I mean, so the elements are between 5 minus 3, the pivot element. So that will be 2. So it next what you do is you create a new array of size n, and each position 0 plus 2, 1 plus 2, 2 plus 2, 3 plus 2, 4 plus 2 modulus 5 you do, and add corresponding elements of this array into the new array. So once you added the new array, now the new array will be actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here again go on checking whether the elements are in increasing order or not, because the example which I have taken, it's in rotated format. But if I take example something like this 3, 4, 5, 1 and 6, then it will result in the array 1, 6, 3, 4, 5 after doing the rotation. So here it is not in increasing order, so you return false, but here it is in increasing order, so you return true. So instead of 6, if I take 2, yeah, it is in rotating order, but instead of 2, if I take 6, then it's not in the sorted order or rotated, so you'll return false. So that's how you solve the problem. Uh, we will code this. So int n equal to nums dot length. So once you have the length, so boolean, we will have boolean value, that is increasing. We'll set it to true. So now you have to traverse to the array. So for int I equal to 1, I lesser than n, and I plus plus, check if nums of I, if it is lesser than nums of I minus 1, then you have to set is increasing equal to false, and you break from the loop. So if it doesn't have, now after the loop also you have to check if is increasing, that is set equal to true, then you return true there itself because it's already in sorted order. So what if it is not in increasing format? Here it is not in increasing format. You have to get the pivot as well. where it is here, the point at which this happens, nums of I is less than nums of I minus 1, 1 is less than 5. So this is the pivot, I is the pivot. So here only you can create a variable called pivot int, or you can run another for loop and check for nums of I less than nums of I minus 1, or in this loop only we can create. So int pivot equal to 0 initially. Next, at the point which nums of I is less than nums of I minus 1, pivot will be set to I. So once you have the pivot set to I, now we have to calculate the rotation. So int rotation will be equal to n minus pivot. So next we have to create the array int. Let's name it as rotated array equal to new int of size n. So once you have this, now we run the for int I equal to 0, I lesser than n, of course, and I plus plus. So you have to create the rotate array. So rotated array of, so how do you calculate the position? This I plus the rotation modulus n. Here you write. So let's write it as I plus rotation modulus with n. So that is equal to nums of I. So these elements will be assigned 3, 4, 5. Nums of I will contain 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. That will be assigned to 3 will be assigned to 2 position, 4 will be assigned to 3 position, 5 will be assigned to 4 position, 1 will be assigned to 0 position, and 2 will be assigned to 1 position. So that's what happens here. Once you assign this, now again you run the for to check whether the elements are in sorted order or not. So here you have to check. We'll start from I equal to 1 because you compare it with the previous elements, right? So if rotated array, I have to give the if condition. If rotated array, now it has to be all in the sorted format. If rotated array of I, if anywhere it's less than the rotated array of I minus 1, we return false. Otherwise, we have to return the true. If it reaches end of the array, that means all the elements are in sorted format. So we can run this. Yeah. Successfully submitted. If you understood the problem, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. We'll come up with the other video next session. Until then, keep learning. Thank you.